Hey friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Man, today is like literally the perfect day. It's going to be about 80 degrees, low humidity. This is that day you wish you could just bottle up and save for another day. I've been out here working my son Michael Anthony Fitness on rebuilding the steps here at the deck, and watering the grass right now, trying to get the grass to grow in the back here and stuff, and getting ready for the football season. Oh man, hold on. Can't have my Cowboys pillow get wet out here. Damn. Getting ready for the football season. Now, the next couple of weeks is critical for our team, because here's what's amazing. The Dallas Cowboys could get 3 players that could take our defense from being a good defense to really being an elite defense. When you think about, and I know everybody is sick and tired of talking about Earl Thomas, and a lot of people are saying he's too old, he's got declining stats, yada, yada, yada. But you know what? Even last year, with him only playing 14 games, he played better than anybody we got on the roster at safety. Flat out. So don't give me this crap. Even if he declined a little bit, he's still going to play better than anybody we got on the roster. Fact. But let's not talk about Earl right now. Right now, what's going on?
We know, well, I talk about Earl Thomas, talk about the number 1 interception.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, Michael, of course, I digress. Here we have Randy Gregory, the man who has failed more weed tests than anybody else, I believe will be reinstated. I don't want to put high expectations out for him because, let's face it, last 2 years he's played in a couple of games and still has a lot to learn. However, when I talk to guys that know, like Vosh, who believes that he has some special ability where he is like a cobra, where he can coil and recoil and boom, with that speed, that first step, can be an elite player. And he doesn't necessarily have to be lights out that first year. If you can get that guy and come in and can get 6 or 7 sacks, along with your DeMarcus Lawrence, along with your Tyron Crawford, along with your Taco that's coming along with the Kona Ely, all of a sudden you're going to be able to throw a lot of fresh bodies in your rotation to keep guys fresh that are going to be going after the quarterback. You're going to start seeing some quarterbacks that literally will piss down their legs. That's player number 1. Player number 2 didn't have as good a second year as he did his rookie year, but Malik Collins. If that foot heals and we get him back in the middle of training camp and he can get back to where he was as a rookie, number 1 technique, that big cog in the middle that slows down those running games, along with a Randy Gregory in the rotation and the other guy, all of a sudden that defense up front is going to end up being one of the better fronts in football. Because now you got some size to go along with the length and speed that you have on the outside, along with the Brian Price. You're starting to look at a defensive pass rush that will definitely beat a lot of offensive lines. And then the final piece, of course, would be the Earl Thomas. Understand, you don't have to have the Earl Thomas from 2 or 3 years ago. If you get the Earl Thomas from just last year, who was in the top 100, okay, and I know that's a popularity contest, but a guy that had 88 tackles and 2 interceptions last year, who knows the system in and out, who can mentor the guys on the field, a la be a coach on the field, with a Sean Lee, with a Jalen Smith, who is going to be able to play hopefully without a brace, taking another step, with a young stud, a big stud, and a Vander Esch who has time, because of Sean Lee, because of Jalen Smith, to learn the system, guys, you could be looking at an elite defense. And I know people are going to say I'm crazy, but just think about this, guys. You had 4 new cornerbacks playing. Rookies. Young guys. You lost Sean Lee for several games, and when he was gone, we gave up 100 yards more per game on the ground. You had a Jalen Smith playing on one leg. And that defense, with those issues, Owusu didn't play till the middle of the season. Xavier Woods didn't really play till the middle of the season. You had those issues, and you were 8th in yardage given up last year, 12th in scoring defense, 18th in takeaway. You put those 3 players on the field with an aggressive style defense and Chris Richard coaching, man, now you have the makings of Cowboys' past Super Bowl team. The Doomsday defense in the 70s. That number 1 ranked defense during the 90s that put fear in other teams, that gave the ball to the offense. Contrary to popular belief, the Cowboys offense during the 90s didn't have to score a lot of points. They were ball control with Emmitt Smith. Troy Aikman only had 1 season with 20 or more touchdown passes. Why? You had an elite defense. And with those 3 guys, you've got the makings of one. I may be crazy. I may just be Joe the fan out here talking at the side of my neck. But you watch what I'm saying, friends. I'm Mark Holmes. Thank you guys for watching the Joe Boo Sports Report. And what a day out here. God, what a day. I'll see you guys soon.